Some of you might know me. I am graduating in May in mechanical engineering. So my background as far as like internships and co-ops, I think in 2011 I started a one and a half year co-op with a design oil and gas company in Houston called Terraviki. And I was there for about a year and a half doing design work, a lot of SolidWorks modeling. But really for me what worked out is just looking online. One of the things that I did was I looked on LinkedIn a lot, and I also looked on like the monsters, indies, and what you do is, my strategy was always, LinkedIn was the biggest help for me. You look online and let's say you find an internship opportunity for, let's say, Chevron. And what I did once I found that opportunity is I would connect with the HR representatives on LinkedIn. Really, that's the best way to start off a conversation without physically knowing somebody, because they can kind of scope you out by looking at your profile, and you kind of scope them out by looking at their profile. So you add them on LinkedIn and you kind of send them a message saying, hey, I'm a student at University of Texas Tyler, and I'm interested in this internship opportunity. And so that worked out really well for me for the Chevron one when I looked online for that opportunity.
Okay, well, my name is Jonathan Vidania. I'm an electrical engineer, graduating in May. I've been working with NASA. I have an internship there. I started off as research, and it developed into an internship, and I've been there ever since. Hiring managers, they're very extensive in their questioning. Be prepared. You will, get thrown. They sometimes throw curveballs at you, and just be prepared to handle the situations. Best way to do is practice. I practice with my wife. Going on the drive out there, just asking each other questions. What we could expect, and sure enough, some of those questions came up. You just do a quick Google search. Find out what are the most, the most common questions that you can expect. A lot of those will come up. And I think just being prepared and doing your research on the employer. And also, real big thing is, if you have a phone interview, it's the layout's a little bit different, obviously, because you don't get feedback. You don't get that the facial expressions, the tone of voice, like you're in the room with them. You don't get that with a phone interview. But if you can land that phone interview and get a good interview with them, and actually get to the point where you can have an interview with them in person, I think that's a really, really big step, and you really need to take advantage of having that face-to-face interview. Some of the places it may not be available to do that, but if you can, I think that's the best option, is get face-to-face.
My name is Luis Padilla. I'm a junior here at the UT Tyler program. I'm currently doing civil engineering. I recently just landed a job for an internship this summer. I have zero experience in the field. I've never had any job related to any engineering firms or any civil engineering job. So for me, it's very exciting. One thing I recommend is to stay positive. I know it's hard to apply and either get denials or not hear anything back. But stay positive, keep applying, and those major job sites are helpful, and they offer good resources as well. But like I said, that's where everybody goes to apply. You have the guys from UT Austin, Texas A&M. That's where everybody go to apply and submit their resumes. I think looking at the smaller companies, looking at what other companies are out there, it's also very helpful.
Hey, I'm Julie Mancini. I'm a junior. I'm also in the civil department. I've been working a path where unfortunately, I can't go to school full time and work full time. So, kind of moving a little bit slower than everyone. worked in the field with the land surveyors. I know you guys have seen them on the side of the road. In fact, for the past week and a half, I've seen baseline surveying, topoing Meadow Glen Drive. I was a field hand, I was a grunt, I had to carry all the iron rods, I had to chop the line with machete. I mean, it was hard work, and in July, it is hot outside, you know, and so that was one thing that I had going for me.
Hi, I'm Tracy. I'm going to make this short and sweet, okay? I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm graduating this May. First of all, you have 3 to 6 month window to apply for any job or any internship. If you wait until the end when you graduate and you start applying, what's going to happen is that you're going to have a 3-month gap. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, however long it takes you to get a job. You're going to have to explain that later on. Why is there a gap? Okay, so what you guys really need to know is that when you do your resume, okay, you have to start out with, unless you have more than 5 years experience, only have 1 page. Anything more than that, they're not going to read it. And anything more than that, the computer is not going to match with anything else. That's where when they ask you a salary, oh, what's your salary requirement? Or what would you like to, earn in this position? Never answer that with an exact number. And if they really press you for it, give them a range. Oh, I think within this range is, when I did my research, I think the fair price or the fair amount is within this range. But the best answer that I've come to learn is that you tell them, salary to me is not important as how far I can advance in your company.
So one day I walked into an engineer's office and, discussed building a website for him, and we were discussing, and then he sent me back. And I guess maybe you'd never seen anybody with a work ethic like mine. That evening I had sent him some compositions of what I thought it should look like and everything else. And he point blank asked me that day, he said, would you come work for me? And I said, I have no idea about anything engineering. I have an associate's degree from a really stupid school, and I don't really know if I fit. He said, well, just come work for me, see if you like it, and we'll talk. How many IEEE members? All right, a little bit less. How many have gone to an IEEE event in the last 3 months? Oh, that's pretty good, all right. How many of you guys have met people?
Yeah.
You talk to people?
Yeah.
That's a great way to get a job. And I just, I'm always about working smarter, not harder. And I feel like if you know somebody that works for a company, ask them, walk up to them and say, hey, how did you know that? Or where did you learn that? Vendors are great at those events because, whoever makes whatever product they're trying to shill to you, you can say, oh, I'd like to learn more. And give them your card. If you don't have a card, make one. Give them your information, give them your LinkedIn, and keep in contact with them, because you never know at what point you can say, hey, I'm graduating, I'm really looking for an internship, or I'm really looking for a job. And they'll go straight to HR and say, hey, look, I have a guy, like him, I would like, for you to speak to him. And you will have a foot in the door so much faster than, submitting your resume through Monster, LinkedIn, whatever.